these 3 essential movements in fitness. In muscle hypertrophy, these movements are demonstrated in each one of your workouts and is necessary for muscle growth. Each movement is described as a stretch, a flex, and a hold. And in working out, the use of these movements are fundamental, and once getting a complete understanding of these movements, you will maximize your muscle growth. And in this video, I will teach you how to maximize your muscle growth using these movements. First, I'm going to talk about concentric movement. Concentric movement is a contraction in which your muscles will become shorter and your muscle fibers will contract. For example, in calisthenics terms, when doing a leg lift, the concentric movement will be the upwards portion of the lift, and your muscle fibers and your abs are contracting and shortening. The concentric movement goes hand in hand with fast twitch muscle fibers. Essentially, fast twitch muscle fibers are muscle fibers that are specialized in short bursts of energy and explosive movement. During the concentric portion of the exercise, using fast twitch movements are more beneficial. This just means it is better to have fast, powerful movements during the concentric phase of the exercise. Wait, if you don't understand the form, then it is better to focus on going slow and understanding the form before you do any explosive movement or fast twitch movement. And in the next section, we're going to be talking about isometric movement. Isometric movement is a contraction that does not move the joints, essentially meaning a static hold. This is the part of the workout where you're going to have a pause where you're getting the most tension in a rep. For example, the elevated leg lift, you are getting the most tension around the 90-degree mark. I recommend doing a hold for at least 3 seconds before lowering down. And I know I'm using elevated leg lifts as an example, but again, it's just an example. You can use these fundamental movements anywhere in your workouts to maximize your muscle growth. The last movement is going to be your eccentric movement. Eccentric movement is going to be the key to building muscle hypertrophy. It is the lengthening portion of the exercise. The muscle will be stretched, which is the opposite of the concentric movement. For example, the lowering of the legs during the elevated leg lift. Instead of a contraction where the muscle is getting shorter, the muscle instead lengthens and stretches. Eccentric movement is the key to building muscle hypertrophy. Key way to maximize your eccentric movement is to have slow and controlled movements. As science suggests, eccentric is going to be the key to building muscle. That doesn't mean that isometric or concentric movements won't gain you muscle. It just means that eccentric has been the key to building muscle the most. So it's going to be your most important movement. Do not forget about it. Again, do those slow, controlled movements when doing eccentric movements. All 3 of these movements are essential to gaining muscle, and combining all 3 of these movements is the best. Concentric being your explosive fast twitch rep, isometric being your hold portion of the rep, and eccentric being the stretch portion of the rep, and can be applied to any workout. Let me repeat that. Any workout. Another thing is actively thinking about concentric, eccentric, and isometric movements will increase your muscle hypertrophy by a lot. And that goes along the lines with neuromuscular activation and control. So that means your mind muscle control matters a lot. Don't just listen to your music and just start pushing the rep. Actively think about the rep that you are doing. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys learned something new from this video, and I hope I can help you guys. I'm not very good at this. I'm not very good at explaining things and doing everything like that. I'm not very good at that. I'm not very good at talking to a camera. I could do it in a content way. Stretch, a flex, and a hold. In my own brain way, but when I want to actually explain information to you guys, I struggle with that. Thank you guys so much, and please subscribe, like, and comment. Peace out, guys.